Today I'm at Crescent Industries Tooling, Engineering, and R&D facility. Joining me is one of our mold design engineers, Kurt Anderson, to help point out several key benefits for taking time to conduct the DFM process. Kurt, with speed to market being a huge focus, how can we justify the time needed to go through the design for manufacturing steps and simulation?
The justification comes when you consider the time that will be saved in the long run. And that upfront time is almost always considerably less than the time it takes to make corrections later. Injection molding is a great manufacturing process, but just like any manufacturing process, for it to work as efficiently as possible, we need to follow certain guidelines. And if we don't take the time to do that up front, there's a very good chance that we'll run into time-consuming problems later on, usually when we're getting closer to sampling and production. And at that point, the delays are much more difficult to deal with since it usually involves modifying the mold.
How has this process saved our customers time on the back end of the project to ensure them a successful outcome?
Sometimes potential issues with the part design aren't real obvious, but taking a close look beforehand has definitely saved our customers time later on in the project. One issue that we see over and over again is thick areas of the part. Injection molding requires a part that has a nominal wall thickness as best we can. And if we have localized thick areas of the part, we can see problems develop from that. One of the problems is sink marks. We can have longer cycle time since it takes longer to cool those areas. And in severe cases, we can actually have deformed parts that end up failing our quality inspection. So that's one example. Another is draft angles. For any injection molded part to work properly, we need to have proper draft so that it can be ejected from the mold. And if it's not present, we could have damage as the part's being ejected. And some of our customers require texture on the part. The texture also could be damaged if we don't have the proper draft.
Are there any other tools Crescent can offer to test out potential part design?
One of our best tools for that is our mold filling simulation software. We can actually take parts from the customer and load them directly into the software, and we can simulate the entire injection molding cycle. And in doing that, we can see any potential issues through the simulation, like sink marks, voids, high pressures, high temperatures. We can even see ahead of time if there's going to be excessive warpage on the part. And another advantage is we can actually develop a process that our molding department can use when they set up this mold for the very first time in the press. So obviously the advantages here are we can find those issues and address them before the mold is produced.
Thank you, Kurt. And for more information about Crescent Industries and how we can support your design for manufacturing needs, please visit us on the web at www.crescentind.com.